When I bought my Benjamin 397 a few months ago, I knew that one of the things I was going to want to do, just like my 22 and 20 caliber Benjamins and Sheridans, was put a peep sight on it. So I went looking for one, and I found that they were out of stock everywhere. Well, last week I got a notification that they were in stock at one of the places I buy from, so I went ahead and got one. So Williams 5D SH. SH means Sheridan. That's the model that I've put on my other later model ones. And the packaging is different from the last one I bought. It looks like it's still the same one though, same part. Certainly the same part number, so it should be the same part. Yeah, I was happy to see these in stock again. There seems to only be one screw in there. I hope it's not missing a screw. No, it's not, because the other screw is actually in the sight. That's it. Yeah, see, this thing has got it covered up. So, seems like it came that way. The last one I bought was like that too. So anyway, as you can see, it's drilled and tapped for it. So let's install it and take the original sight off. In fact, you know, part of it is that it's a much better sight than the factory sight. The other part of it is that where the rear sight is located on this one, it makes it difficult to pump. And usually, when I've bought one that had the original sight, usually the sight was farther forward. And having it back like this gives you a better sight plane, longer sight plane, but not as long as having a peep sight on it. So anyway, the other thing is that the factory sights tend to cause the barrel to separate from the tube. Or it can anyway, according to things I've heard and read. I've never had that happen to any of mine, but it's best to get rid of it, you know, before that can happen. So let's put the new sight on it and see how it works. Okay, here it is. Now, one thing I had to do was, this screw was a little bit long, and it was just rough at the end a little bit. Had a raised portion where it was cut, I guess. And so when it was tightened down, it caused the bolt to bind. It doesn't do it now. The other one didn't do it, but only this one. And so I just used a sanding drum on my battery powered Dremel to smooth out the tip of it so that it would not rub on the bolt. And that worked. I put a drop of blue Loctite on each of these two screws, and so that they won't work their way loose. And there's the actual sight. I sighted through the new sight. I guess I must have tightened that down a little bit. Yeah, I sighted through it and the original sight, blade sight, when I trial fitted it, and it looked like it was coming to the same spot, so it should actually be fairly well zeroed right out of the box. Come on now. I had it in there a minute ago. Gotta figure out what the deal is here. The screw is loose. I think it's just gravity. The ring is yeah, that's it. Cause see, it's got a wedge shape, and this sleeve right here, the screw pushes down on it and presses against that wedge shape to hold it in place. That's for your elevation. Well, alright. There it goes, finally. Oh, I see what the deal is. It's got a cut in it, by design. So it's got to be pointed in the right direction. There we go. I wondered if that was the case. I've got several other of these on various guns, so I should have remembered that. But anyway. That's it. And for those interested, the way the rear sight works is it's got these two fingers that rides in a slot, see, in this wedge on each side. The fingers ride in the slot, and the pointed part goes between the barrel and the pressure tube, and the barrel is soldered to the pressure tube, so it's always working on that, trying to separate it. And I've read, like I said before, that it sometimes can cause it to begin separating, so it's a good idea to get rid of this. And the way you get it off is just loosen all the screws and tap it with a mallet so that it slides off of these wedges. And once it slides off the wedges, it just falls off. See, the wedges go like that. And it's best not to have those. Besides the fact that now I don't have that rear sight in my way. It's because this is where I hold it to pump it. And like I said, they come from the factory with the rear sight up here. But it's more accurate with the sight back here. And more accurate still, though, with the Peep sight all the way back here. So it's just a much better arrangement than the factory sight. So there it is. Thanks for watching. Oh yeah, we got to test it, don't we? Let's get the dog wound up. for some reason, he gets wound up when I take out the air guns, even though I never let him shoot them. But he loves air guns for some reason. So just ignore the barking. I don't even want to go outside and try to shoot. It's too humid out there, and I don't want to draw all that humidity into the air chamber. So we're just going to do it inside. This will be 5 meters, I think, is what I measured out. So that's a good place to start from. The pellets are just cheap flat point daisy wad cutters. Okay, at 3 pumps it looks like it's shooting just barely a little high at 5 meters, so that's not bad. That should, of course it'll shoot higher with more pumps, but that's still a good starting point.